You can always hope. But the Cho'Gath does come out. Awesome. We get a little love for the Void Monster. And Sivir will be picked up for all tech. Quan with his first hat tip to the crowd of Teemo.
I like it. I like the fact that Pobelter's on mid lane Cho'Gath. It's been creeping up around the world. It hasn't really caught on fully in competitive play, but a lot of solo lane Cho'Gath play. Faker has been playing solo lane Cho'Gath on stream and in solo queue. Many other people are doing it, and yeah, Varus, why not?
So a bit of poke. Bit of poke here from Coast. They have the ability to lock somebody down really hard, but you also have the ability to accidentally throw in a Scion or a Cho'Gath, and that's not what you want to be switching into the fight. It's going to be interesting how they approach these fights. Could definitely cost them very, very strong.
Yeah, I like the Varus AD carry. I need to talk about the differences in this draft as well. There was a challenger game at the end of the regular season. The last place challenger team decided to just play kind of whatever in a game, and their bottom lane that was actually Varus and Janna, which was still quite strong. Varus used to be a big pick and is honestly very good when you're trying to chain crowd control together with the rest of your team. Since they already have Lissandra, their ability to actually keep lockdown on one person on top with the Varus is now enhanced, and laning phase against Sivir, Varus can actually do quite well.
Like to see it. See what kind of build he goes with as well. A long time ago, we saw the Legolas straight for kind of pen. Just use your Q, max that out. But
I think those days are behind us.
Yeah.
I think it's probably an Infinity Edge type build for Varus, but it's more about the crowd control they're going to be able to get in team fight and the strength in the lane.
Well, hopefully you can bust through the tanks on the other side of this
That's
team.
gonna be tough.
Hit us up on Twitter with your best guesses as to how this game is going to play out. Tweet at LOL Esports and use the hashtag either WFXWin or CSTWin. And we'll tally those up as we head through the game. Hi from the caster's desk over here. What's going on? The crowd is ready. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it's the last day of the spring split, but we still have 5 games to go, and this is the first one. We're on the Rift.
5 regularly scheduled games.
Yeah, there could be more, and probably will be.
CST chance right here. Trying to go 2-16, not 1-17. But honestly, Coast, if you were going to win a game, you want to go out on a high note. Mash bringing out Varus. ManCloud picking up the Urgot.
Looking to seek some hearts on that Varus. Oh!
But then he doesn't move!
He do, huh? I don't think he was looking.
No, I think he was too concerned with that.
He was checking the vintage of his wine. It's all right. It's a good year. He knows that. He's out now. That was close.
All right.
Oh, almost. Almost.
So lane swap ward's coming out.
Yeah, we're going to see this. Still.
I'm hoping, Riv, I'm really hoping for a fun game here.
I think we're going to get it.
Yeah, there's surprisingly a lot of pressure on WinterFox here to try and take victory. Since, especially after how good Team Dignitas looked yesterday, and they're going to be playing a somewhat struggling Team Liquid later in the game, the chances of Dignitas winning that game could actually be quite high. So WinterFox, if they lose this one and Team Dignitas wins, drops to 9th place, does not get choice of the challenger team they end up playing.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, I see what you're looking at there, Riv. It is a health pot on Avalon. And nothing else. But this will be cool, actually. I'm wondering what he's going to go to lane with.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this before. I don't know why he wouldn't start with a health crystal. I think he's going to go back to the lane with a crystalline bracer right there.
Okay.
Which is the health regen, health crystal thing. And the reason he would start with just a potion right here is if he buys the health crystal, it actually slows down his clear of the camp. Because all Avalon wants to do is die to this camp so he can take it with his passive. If he has a health crystal, he lives longer. He'll have 600 gold when he goes back to base, be able to go to lane with that bracer.
Just want to die, man. First world problems. Just want to get that passive up. All right, so it looks like towards the bottom lane, the exhaust is used. That may be the flash follow-up. Boomerang hits. Mash is just out of range. He's trying to hold the flash. Oh, the potion. Chugs it just at the end and just in time.
But even so, that's not how you want to start the lane.
Use the heal. Use the heal.
It's the wrong team to be chanting. They just did something bad. Chant for the WinterFox team when they do something well. Come on, guys. But honestly, Mash was trying to freeze that lane, thinking they were going to be seeing a lane swap. But their wards had died. They completely guessed wrong on the lane swap right there. And again, WinterFox will start this lane with a lead because they burned Mash's heal at the start of the lane and pushed him out.
Want to be very nice. It was a Doran shield that Avalon went to lane with.
What?
So
Why
regen
would he
on.
even-
Yeah, I would it as well.
I went through that whole explanation, and he didn't even do it. I think you can do it. I've seen it happen before. Oh well, Doran Shield. is
Maybe
fine.
not on his.
He would have
budget.
died faster if he started with Doran Shield as well. So same theory applies.
Yep. So we'll see what Pole Belter gets on this one. Definitely leveling the shout. Little 2 in that already. 1 in Q. Keeping the spikes off so he doesn't push the lane too much and keeps that nice and even versus ManCloud. Alltech and Glebe using that pressure in the early game, and we actually did not get a lane swap here, so we'll see how this plays out once the jungle pressure becomes prevalent as well.
Yeah. Good old standard lanes. I feel like Alltech and Glebe have the early lane completely won already. Sivir pretty much just has to get a slight lead on the opponent to continue shoving them into the turret, and then Sivir can freely ricochet and wave clear
Oh, it's so annoying.
for the rest of the lane.
Just get slight bits of harass every so often.
Varus would be able to beat Sivir if they were ever in lane trading situations, but as long as they keep the level advantage, Coast will be scared back in that lane.
So you can see.
Double Scuttle Crab by
Yeah.
Helios, though.
Good call. Helios is already making it around, getting control for the team as well as vision, and he's already able to make it into WT Heaven's jungle, who is backing now in a great deep ward placed out here. So a lot of knowledge for WinterFox in this early game.
Interesting. Helios got double Scuttle Crab control, but he is behind in experience and overall farm,
Item on WT Heaven.
as well as gold, because WT Heaven just did a full clear as Gragas, very efficient in that way, and Helios granted vision of the guy who was just hard farming, which doesn't actually grant much of an edge.
Goes for chilling
Whoa,
himself
he was
right
way
now.
up in lane.
We pushed a little too far forward. That ward paying off for vision to keep in the brush. And Glebe's going to be out of there with 110 HP. He's staying for now. Looks like WT Heaven's on that side of the map as well. I don't think any plays are going to come of it just yet as they're placing down some safe wards.
And a nice ping there by the WinterFox team as well. Since Helios had the ward placement that he did, one in the wolf camp, the other in the river, they know exactly where WT Heaven would be. They pinged the Gromp multiple times, saying, he did that thing, be wary of where he goes next. He's going to be mid lane.
Still a good bit of damage. That's the thing. Pole Belter really has no escape here unless he flashes out of it. And he's going to have to. WT Heaven and Pole Belter trade flash mid lane.
Interesting that WT Heaven decided to do the body slam flash. He may have been able to burn Pole Belter's flash without. But perfect timing on Pole Belter's flash there, now not having to fear the really threatening Gragas gank. No more body slam flash threat.
Should be okay. Working on a bit of that sustain, and he just chugged his last potion up. Mash looking to get a bit aggressive here. Low mana onto Alltech, but popped right back up. He gets that spell shield into Conquan. Ultimate here from Avalon very early in top lane. He is a 5 to a level 6. Helios getting caught up on some minions, and they could not pursue Chris onto the turret.
No, now Chris is level 6 as well,
Yeah.
which would dissuade a dive even more so.
Good try on the timing.
Yeah, he knew he was going to hit level 6 first because he had done that wolf camp at the start of the game. But now we might have a counter gank threat. WT Heaven knows the Silent Alt's down, knows he's low on mana.
Yeah. Heaven in, no flash from him. Remember, Chris, however, can still follow up. They decide to keep off of this one for now, with Helios being level 4, Heaven being 5.
Yeah, the tonkiness of Avalon right there. Showed true, doesn't have to burn a single summoner.
That's one thing that kept them alive in their previous game. Looks like it's
Are they
working out
going to
for
hope
WinterFox
to
again.
continue the pressure on Helios spending a large amount of time on
He actually
Avalon.
may go mid once he sees Heaven here.
Does he even see him,
The
though?
call to Pole Belter has probably been made. They could pinch this in.
Heaven's juked this ward, but they'd have to swap. The swap range at rank 1 on Urgot is so low. It's one of the few abilities that scales in range with level. The Urgot swap range at rank 1, I don't have the exact number, but it's pretty much lower than his auto attack range. And by the time he gets to level 16, it's actually quite long. Unable to swap there to prep the gank. Because Pole Belter was down a flash. If they were able to land that swap, or if ManCloud even flashed for it, they may have been able to get the kill. But ManCloud was just not willing to burn his flash.
That was a good move. Just got note that the swap range is 550. Starting
Longer
off.
than his auto attack range.
So to start off just a bit. And that was good movement by him. I actually thought he got spotted out by that ward, but the big man that he is squeaked around it. So we have the jungle now back to being cleared, more so by Helios as he re-enters into the side of Coast, denying Raptor now, which will start to invade on their vision. and something WinterFox has already gotten a few wards deep in as well.
Tons of deep wards by Helios this game. But I wonder what that control is actually enabling from his team. They're kind of all shoving up pretty heavily in lanes, so he's trying to keep deep wards and prevent Gragas from getting some ganks off, but he himself is not pulling off many ganks. It's good lane pressure, though. Hopefully, WinterFox can get these outer tier turrets down thanks to the deep wards and always being able to avoid Gragas.
So many minions going to the turret. Mashme having to back it at an opportune time there. Does come back with the BF sword. Looks like they match up quite well. A mana pot for if he needs to pierce someone out, get that final kill. Dragon should be coming up quite soon here. We do see WT Heaven on the bottom side of the map, and ManCloud Pole Belter with their blues. There's that pink, or rather pink towards the red buff.
The Catalyst teleport in. There's the Claw.
Claw was quite early. That's going to give away, and Lau Ultech the Spell Shield. Glebe looking very hurt. The Wild Growth, is there time? Is it enough? He's only level 5. He can't Wild Growth.
It's definitely enough. The Coast Chance coming in. They draw first blood. Maybe they get the Dragon here as well. Good teleport there by Chris, but they need to make this count. One kill on Dragon, but will they lose turret pressure?
It's true. Good to get something else out of it with that teleport going down to the bottom side. They do get Dragon. Let's see how... Yeah, top turret's not a tree. Scion not doing too much work to it right now. He'll be hunkering away at that. I don't even know if that's even a word to destroy something. But Spirit Visage for him first to go against Chris. He'll stay pretty healthy up there. Right as rain.
Yep, nice time to teleport by Chris. Chris wasn't going to be killing Scion anytime soon. May as well go kill someone while they don't have Lulu ultimate. I want to track this AP Cho'Gath in mid lane because he's been able to stick right with ManCloud's Urgot in lane. Urgot, when we've seen him successfully in NA LCS, has pretty big CS advantages on people early on in the game. But being able to farm from range, also getting that free sustain when you last hit minions, as Cho'Gath so lovingly gets. He's been able to keep that CS really high.
Man, WT Heaven has been so preoccupied this game that Helios has been all over his jungle, and ManCloud, he needs to ult just to get those extra resistances in, but he still gets chomped down from Pole Belter and Helios.
Good thing about Cho'Gath ultimate, it does true damage.
That's right.
So he can go right through that resistance buff that Urgot gets when he swaps. Solid gank there. Yeah. Helios finally using that deep vision he had achieved to get behind the lanes and pull out a gank.
It's all a matter of time. He had it on the docket. They were just waiting. Now Glebe's going to get a few more in. This time towards the bottom side of the map. Pink wards, however, by Coast should allow them to clear a few of these out. 65% also says those wards will be cleared.
Coast win. Second game in a row they've had the fan vote from the hashtags. Didn't pay off for him against TSM yesterday, unfortunately. And a 1,000 gold lead, plus Morellonomicon being finished on a Pole Belter. That will really make the wave clear exceedingly easy for Pole Belter in that lane.
Just getting that Feral Scream leveled up, already level 5. Doing just over 350 damage. He's able to clear those minions out. Avalon giving Chris some hell in the top lane, 9-8 there, as he's still getting that level advantage. Not that it matters too much anymore, but it may come as level 11 hits and they get an objective fight.
So, our understanding of Urgot in the LCS is growing every day.
It's a learning process.
It's a learning process, because what we've learned so far is that Urgot is a good pick against Zed, and that has kind of been the mind game. And we're trying to find out, well, what can you do against Urgot? It appears that Cho'Gath is very good against him. There's a couple of reasons. It's the sustain for the harass, and the other thing is it's a very spell-based carry Urgot is when he locks on you. He really is just trying to spam his Q on you over and over. Pole Belter's maxed his W, so if he gets locked on, instead of running away, he just needs to run towards ManCloud, silence him, and then he can't do anything else because Urgot's auto attack range is so low, and ManCloud just walks after him.
It's honestly one of the longer silences.
Yeah, it's a 2.5 second AoE silence. So I consider this Cho'Gath matchup a brilliant pick against Urgot. Pole Belter showing us why.
Well, they had no problem allowing that champion to stay unbanned throughout the pick and ban phase. We'll see if ManCloud can get around this pick, though. It's now for him to kind of reassess it. Because I don't know if these guys have probably matched up against that in their scrims. They've been probably trying to go for different champions. Pobelter seemed to have found it, even though he is still the best set NA.
Yeah,
he knows it doesn't work. 1-0 for him. See what his next buy comes out to be. He is sitting on 950 gold. 1,300 in the top lane for Avalon as well. So good spikes to come in that sense for WinterFox here, as they're not pushing their lead too much. They seem to be happy with just kind of crawling along here.
It's something the teams have been able to do to Coast more and more as the season progresses, is just beat them in the laning phase. It's an unfortunate progression for Team Coast. Early on in the year, Coast was able to actually win a lot of their laning phases and even the early games, but they were unable to close matches. And then as the year progressed, they just got farther and farther behind in that laning phase. And it's somewhat parallel to that TSM game. What Coast has to do would be find team fights, find teleport flanks, and this is the moment to find a teleport flank. ManCloud, they're going for him though!
There's the one teleport. That's the silence! Nom, 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 indeed. And they take him right down. Altec nicely spell shielding the Howling Gale rather as it comes out. Avalon, it might have been a little late, but he cannot be disabled! There's the dinner bell. He rings it. The food is served. They take down Conquan. They take down Chris. ManCloud was already the appetizer on that one. 3 are down for Coast.
What a sweet fight there, and perfect timing on the Scion ultimate, right as Coast tried to use all their crowd control to CC the Scion. Nope, he is indeed an unstoppable onslaught when he comes in with that teleport. And man, he crushed Conquan there.
Man, I hope that change of crushing somebody comes in. Just walk over.
The last hit Scion,
walk over people.
Right through them.
So, WinterFox definitely put an impact in a good fight on that. We'll see it one more time. I thought his teleport was going to be late.
ManCloud was trying to flank.
Calculated.
But Pobelter and Helios were on the same page. They
Silence!
said, yes, kill him right now. The Urgot damage was almost enough to take down Helios, but the fact that they didn't have the Urgot here, they'd already burned their teleport for an unsuccessful flank from Chris, meant when Avalon came in, there was no stopping him, and everyone's grouped up. Chris actually ults himself to try and stay in, but that only keeps him in place long enough for WinterFox to catch up.
That was fantastic.
There's nothing they could do against that Scion TP. Great timing.
And again, instead of flying across the map, that point-blank Scion right to the face.
Well, that was
Very
actually,
effective.
It wasn't the point-blank ultimate. He would have had to flash in to do that. That was like,
okay, so that's still considered just...
That was the right timing for a long-range Scion ultimate because he got it in a corridor where there was no juking side to side. There was only getting destroyed.
Well, getting destroyed is what happened indeed. 4,000 golden lead now. WinterFox is going to start having the ability to kind of spread out their power. We see Altec going towards the bottom lane. Hopefully the rest of the team can kite the fight here as Coast trying to move into the mid lane. They do so. So keeping the pressure nicely here. They can drop the turret. No, Coast hasn't even been able to break the base yet.
That fight gave WinterFox such a nice lead. They haven't actually converted on a lot of their big item power spikes, though. Pobelter is actually sitting on 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
If Coast were to win a fight, it would be here, but they can't start with Chris
One
getting killed.
after the other. Very hard to get away from this team. Once you've been caught, the follow-up is always there. And the Sivir ultimate from Altec as well is going to give them just enough speed to keep going. Nice ult from WT Heaven on the explosive cast to get everybody out.
So
like they will be able to peel out here. This is the tanks coming into effect on that front line, taking all the damage for the rest of the team, and they might want to turn for the hills on this one. Good back and forth as Coast holds that turret.
Oof. Quite low mana on match there. You could see if Chris would have been in a slightly different position at the start of that fight, despite that 5,000 gold lead, because WinterFox had not shopped. It was reading like a much larger gold lead. Pobelter goes back, buys a needlessly large rod. WinterFox can now push out the lanes. Everything is now in their favor.
It's going to be big. Where's he at? Yeah, he's 6 stack. He's a big Cho'Gath now. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw an Elixir of Iron even coming out on him soon, just for the hay of it. Altec still stays out in lane here. Knows he's safe from a few wards placed around him, but he's kind of messing with danger. That low mana. And he's got mana.
Yes, he does. Yeah, ManCloud, they're giving up this dragon. Right off the bat. They're hoping to get turret pressure. This is actually the right move for Coast in this situation, is to try and get pressure on that top lane. WinterFox does not need to send 4 people to secure this dragon. But they do. Avalon will be able to hold this, I think. It depends on the health of that turret. It has to be respected by Chris.
we'll see what Avalon, the rest of the team, can do next. Doesn't look like Chris is going to be getting this top turret anytime soon, so they're just biding their time for the objectives. At times they can get more powerful. As you were saying, we saw that needlessly large rod come out. Avalon pretty much fully defensed up. Nobody's going to be breaking the Scion anytime soon.
No, not even close. Urgot needs... He needs to get his armor penetration done and the Muramana transform. Then you can actually start cutting through Scion.
Yep.
Urgot has really good armor shredding capabilities. It's surprising synergy with Black Cleaver on Urgot as well. More mini Urgot lessons right here. So first off, his Noxian Corrosive Charge does its own level of armor reduction. So by the time that's maxed, it's a 20% armor reduction. But the interesting thing about this in Black Cleaver is its physical damage that ticks frequently. So landing 1 E on someone not only does that 20%, but also applies all the Black Cleaver stacks.
Oh, they're going for Chris. He tried to get out of this one. Even Altek's the tank. He's going to take one more, but a sufficient amount of HP to get himself in and out. He might want to be careful if anything else comes back his way. Avalon looks like he's going to keep going for a little bit more pressure because here comes Pobelter in the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Gonna get the rupture. That's so much damage. He's gonna fly over the wall. Avalon still picks it up. Pobelter has actually got a full belly right now.
Yeah, didn't even have his ult cooldown up to eat him right there, but the damage was enough. This is WinterFox because they picked up the kills and because Coast is trying to push more turrets for WinterFox.
So this game could move WinterFox to 8-11, which could put them with Dignitas if they can beat Liquid later at also 8-11.
Yeah.
See if that becomes a tiebreaker. Thought this game may go to WinterFox with how things were going and just the troubles Coast would face this year, but they did try to kind of just pull out all the stops this game. We're seeing some fun picks.
Yeah, a win here, of course. WinterFox 7-11.
Right.
The end of the week surge would be something that Pobelter and Altek at least are familiar with. We think back to last split when they were
the
on
Super
Evil
Week?
Venuses. They had a 4-0 Super Week.
Oh man.
Moving in to the promotion tournament gave them enough momentum to maintain their LCS spot.
Yep. Those were some games too. Those were some damn good games. See if Glebe and the rest of the team can put some more of those numbers up. Not going to get some of the same results as last year here, but they can aim for it. Altek and Glebe, Sivir Lulu in the bottom lane, trying to do what they can in the standard matchup this time. Pobelter brought out the Cho'Gath for the Urgot, so these guys are showing diversity if they do have to match up and get themselves back into the LCS. Showing that it's not going to be an easy task to take them down.
Trying to catch Pobelter.
He's huge, but he's also a very big tank, and he's going to stay in this one. Coast have to turn tide here and realize they do not have enough damage to take down the tank. But if Altek steps out of place, they have enough for him. Wild Growth has already been used, and Coast found a few in the mid lane as WinterFox missteps.
Yeah, mashed with the flash Bear Assault onto Altek to lock him down. First off, great initiation by Welcome to Heaven. Secondly, nice follow-up. Now they're trying to get something, but can they get through this Scion?
We say that Sej ult is hard to hit. So is that Bear Assault.
Go around him.
Right onto Chris. No, kill him. Don't. What? It's like everybody waited for someone else to get the kill. Here goes Avalon now. 5v1 situation at the turret. It looks like this turret sidekick's not going to be enough, but he will somehow be able to stay alive in that situation. That doesn't spell good things for the 5-on-5 fight.
He took so much damage there and still did not go down. Avalon having a great game on Scion right now. But Coast showing some signs of life, equalizing the turrets, really bringing them back into this game. They were down 3 turrets to 0 and 4 turrets to 1, but they've been able to pick up 3 uncontested turrets here from WinterFox to go with the 2 kills. And if ManCloud can get to that Black Cleaver, they can severely detank that Avalon by taking pretty much half his armor off with the Urgot armor shred.
Losing Sivir is a big component to this team. A lot of that speed, engage and disengage. We saw what happened when Altek went down immediately. They'll know, though. They'll definitely approach this fight differently. Altek went very hard in that one to try and get ManCloud right away.
Which was unfortunate because ManCloud had used his swap. And it actually goes up in armor and MR per rank. He had an extra 90 armor when Altek was trying to take him down. Urgot does not go down easily. Baron sneak attempt by WinterFox, but they're warded out.
Yeah, they are seeing it now. Avalon puts himself in front.
Oh, it was a bait!
Soul Furnace is on! He goes for Conquan! Oh, just around the wall! The damage will hit from the AoE. ManCloud's gonna get popped up here. Another knock-up. That's the catch and follow-up potential from WinterFox. We see it again, and Coast is gonna have to back up here, probably give up this mid-turret.
Avalon with the Scion all pressure, split up Coast, making the retreat impossible. Nice Baron bait there by WinterFox. They're trying to take these turrets back, and they're continuing their dive. Chris goes in!
Chris, the E over the wall, rather, with the claw. It's just too much HP on the surrounding members of WinterFox to take them down. It is going to be Helios that falls, but WinterFox obliterate the opposition there.
Chris went in with absolutely no backup ready. The flank was super delayed by Welcome to Heaven.
Woo.
Now he is just caught out. Not crisp play.
Welcome to Heaven indeed.
Oof. Tough one. This will lead straight into the next dragon. So WinterFox capitalizing right there on some Coast mistakes.
It just kind of make Coast go to the beat of WinterFox's drum. They say, well, if we're going to bait Baron, you're going to fight us. When that goes in our way, we'll take Dragon. We don't even need Baron right now. So they're just doing everything by the book here. 3,000 gold lead. We'll see Chris losing his mind.
I think the plan here for Coast was to have Chris go in while Varus ults them, lock them down, and have Gragas go in.
A little too far.
Pobelter had landed a Rupture onto Mash's Varus right as the Lysandra went in. Therefore, he was all knocked up in the air.
Right. You can't calculate that mid-initiation.
Yeah.
Unfortunate things. It looked like he was losing his mind. He still got it, though.
He did a lot of damage.
It's a good thing. So, Avalon still all by his lonesome here in the top lane. 3-1-5, though. Seems like he's been doing quite good, but you can't just have Scion. That could be something teams focus on as they go ahead and play WinterFox. Continuing on.
So, when Bjergsen played Urgot after losing to it, he had a whole week to practice it. He even made a tweet afterwards when he started practicing it. It was just a bunch of losses. He was like, how do I this champion? And after a week, he'd been able to learn it, which is incredibly fast. Amazingly learning curve. Bjergsen, great player. ManCloud's had like half a day, I feel like, to try and learn Urgot. I wonder where his levels of practice exist on this champion, or if it's literally just, I can do that too. And it's showing that he's a little bit slow on Urgot. And it would be no fault of his if he hasn't played it much, and he literally just lost against it yesterday. Feels like he may have needed a little bit more time.
It's a difficult thing to just kind of pick up that champion, especially with such a style switch from him being, one of the kill leaders in the LCS, which means he was an assassin player. He's a guy in and out, killing people. Now you're just in, and hopefully you can stay there and survive while your team comes in with you. Definitely a different play style and calculating once you're in the fight. Could put up some more. He's only got that assist. 3 deaths with a bit of the focus in the early game that Pobelter and Helios were really nice in putting on. Getting a few kills early to shut him down and make sure Urgot was not a problem. But now that Black Cleaver finished, also getting a bit.
Such a great item on
that Frozen Heart build.
On Urgot, because his E applies physical damage over time, landing 1 E. Max stacks that Black Cleaver over time. But now WinterFox going for the Baron.
Oh!
He didn't even have, what the holy. He's early.
The early bird trying to get the worm. Heaven goes in, but WinterFox is going to turn on the fight. He gets
Mash is gone
right in the front.
That's a lot of damage.
Gets hit out.
That's
Can they still get to him? Oh, the cask blew the full tank line to the back line of Coast. So unfortunate. Cloud may be able to take him. Oh! That was hitting him in the tail as he Zanya'd. And it's going to be the boomerang coming back. The duck was not possible by Urgot. You can't duck on 4 legs.
What an unfortunate fight for Coast. WinterFox with yet another Baron bait just to get that fight. But that's really the only word for it, is unfortunate. The ultimate from Gragas, putting the tanks even closer to Mashmi, is just the worst thing that could happen. Now WinterFox will take this Baron uncontested. That may be the last big mistake of Coast season here.
He survived through the initial Scion blast to all of that early damage.
Again. Just poor Mashmi right here. Well, first off, he is kind of out of position. He wants to get an ultimate. It spreads pretty well. But then right here, the fact that he could not get out of that Scion ultimate, he should have flashed it, quite honestly. But no, you're just bringing him closer. Pobelter and Avalon pile on.
Oh no.
The end is near.
The end is definitely near.
What is Zanya's? Nope! Mid-flight of that last Acid Hunter from Urgot.
A little fight to clean up again towards the Baron. So WinterFox, very nice in these 5v5s. This composition just seems to be hell here for Coast. They cannot find a way in or a way out, even if they wanted to, with the disengage of a Gragas and a Janna ult. You might think at that point it'd be easy, but yeah, somehow are all over you.
They're tricky ultimates to use together.
That's a good point.
Because one guy moves them out of range of the other one, and everything just gets all messed up. WinterFox, though, with Baron buff. Huge tank line.
Now he's just eating that turret alive. Pobelter took pretty much every shot necessary to take that turret down. Everybody able to just go straight for the mid lane now. Fortunately, we did not
That's
get
why they wanted Taraka.
But I love that guy's mustache.
It's the little things that matter.
It's the little things. 9,000 in the lead here for WinterFox. They've been using that quite effectively in these past few fights. Lasagna's now turning into third item. Well, Lasagna's isn't turning into third item Void Staff, but he's buying a Void Staff onto Pobelter. 307. Seems to have worked out for him on his first GAF game.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be going Rabadons with that next item, only because the ultimate...
You're right, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I mean,
said Void Staff.
Things built into Void Staff. There was a weird build yesterday by Slushy where he needed the Void Staff, but he built the needed too large
yeah. Even though he has the components.
Yeah, he should have finished the Void Staff. right here, though. All the outfits in the audience right now. I love straight AP on Cho'Gath because of the 2 damage ultimate. It's so good against the Urgot as well, who's just trying to stack his resistances. You get one little bit of Cho'Gath onto Urgot, you just eat that abomination for lunch at this point.
Coast is just taking Polaroids of their base being destroyed here. They haven't done anything.
Well, they don't have. They can't clear the waves. Oh, what? That's a lot of damage from Ultec.
The stitches came apart there. Urgot fell apart.
I'm sorry, friend. You did not expect to die there, but you did.
Mashmi trying to win some hearts in the top lane, but nothing going on over there. Looks like WinterFox is going around the horn on this one. They want all of the base. They're going to break it down right here. Oh, WT Heaven trying to bring in the base. He cannot hit. Helios actually wants to fight. He gets ulted from Chris, then ulted from Glebe. He's still alive. Here comes Avalon from the side. They're just going to be able to take all the members of Coast down in that fight. Mash and Conquan now trying to save the Nexus turrets.
Some great accuracy by Avalon.
Yeah.
On those unstoppable onslaughts from Sign. Got to teleport to the minions.
Boom!
To be fair, he was keeping the minion alive for more turret damage. Here comes the swap.
That's silent. Silence, polymorph, everything. That Urgot pick just got fully countered this game.
Oh, Helios goes down. But yes, the Urgot pick hurt. Super countered right now. WinterFox trying to end this game now.
30 minutes. Very...
Backing away.
Oh, I guess not. They're going to get a 31-minute inhibitor. Oh my god, Avalon. It was 5v1 earlier. It's only 2v1 now. You guys are not going to be able to kill him, even with the armor pen. He's only taken slivers of damage. Teleport's going to come in. How well is it timed? Oh, it's the Messiah Lissandra. It doesn't work, though.
Yeah, they had too much move speed right there on WinterFox. So, 2 inhibitors down, every Nexus turret down. Oh, run!
Oh, he says, you want to fight me? Let's fight. They're still trying to keep him from backing. Maybe they can get something. I can't even say that. Their waves aren't pushed. Dragon would be the only thing really here. Coast is just really throwing pebbles at these guys.
Looks like they'll go for that. But
yeah. Oh, Avalon. Of course you would.
Yeah, Avalon will stop that.
Well, here's Helios. Hey, bro, let's go.
They could absolutely stop this. They know it's only 3 people there.
Hey, man, they grew up together. Absolutely could stop this.
Oh, man.
Boom! There's one for the brothers. Can they keep going? The Bass brothers now in the fight. Going for a welcome to heaven. Trying to put him there. He'll be able to stay alive in this world for just a little bit longer. But they say, thanks, guys, for the extra damage onto Dragon.
I think this is the future for WinterFox, at least from a team composition style. Having Avalon
just on a beast.
On a forgiving tank, Maokai or Scion.
Maokai was banned from him.
Ultec on someone who can just push, and farm. Sivir is where they found a lot of early season victories as well. And then just letting Pobelter use his super sized champion pool.
What was that?
To counter the opponent mid laners.
I saw that.
Yes, it is
Avalon.
against Coast. Coast has lost to everyone in the NALCS this year. But this looks like the team comp style that WinterFox would want to use in the upcoming promotion tournament.
I would like to mention, I don't know whether he talked with his team about it, but Avalon bought a Hunting Guise and then sold it, and now he has a BF sword.
That's a Manor BF sword right there. That is what you do when you have a huge lead. You just build the BF sword to show how superior you are.
Well, he's got an axe, and now he's got a sword taped to it, so it's going to hurt pretty damn bad. WT having experiences a bit of that pain. He gets chomped down. Pole Belter's pretty full for the time being here. Alltech's got to be careful. Double kill now for Pole Belter, and they can't do much. He's the size of the Nexus right now, and WinterFox is going to pull off the win here versus Coast. They're going to bring themselves to 7 and 11.